Good evening, everybody, and thank you for being here this evening at UFC London. The gate tonight was $2.028 million USD. The attendance was a sellout crowd for 16,274. The bonuses, fight of the night, went to Manawa and Jan Blachowicz, and the performance bonuses go to Paul Craig and Volkov. Any questions from the crew here tonight? Yes, sir.
Quite rare for England to kind of get two events in the same year. We've got Liverpool coming up. Was that decision made purely because of Darren Till, or were there other factors that were taken into consideration there?
Definitely a number of factors. A leading factor was absolutely that Till was available. And so quite frankly, I mean, he was very interested in competing there. He'd been very vocal about it in the past. Dana was also very interested to have that event in Liverpool. The way we typically operate is we've got to have a number of options, right? And we've got a lot of considerations, whether it's other sports properties, the time of year, what's happening in that city. And for us, it made the most sense to get to Liverpool. We've been thinking about it, honestly, for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years at least. And this seemed to be one of those scenarios where the stars aligned and it made sense to go. So we're thrilled. We're going to have an opponent for Till likely in the next, I don't know, week or so. Yeah, we're thrilled to be going there.
Obviously, you know, Irish fans are a little bit disappointed that they're not going to get the Dublin card at the moment, but yep. Is there potential to actually still hold that Dublin card later this year?
There's definitely the potential to hold the Dublin card later this year. It may or may not happen. We haven't actually worked out our final schedule for the back half of the year. Always on the short list. I mean, what a number of people in that community have done to build up mixed martial arts is very impressive, most notably, obviously, Connor and what he's done. So it's always on the list. I hope we get back there soon, but just nothing's concrete yet.
And just following up there, when do you think you will have the European schedule ready to announce for the remainder of 2018?
So there's a couple things at play. I think we will likely be able to announce our third date probably in the next month or so. We've got a bunch of different options. I mean, we talked about wanting to get to continental Europe again. Maybe Germany. We're not sure. Definitely back to but definitely on the list. Get back to Scandinavia at some point soon. And then we're working hard on a few other different territories. So. To answer your question specifically, I think at least in the next month or so we'll have the third date for Europe. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Just wondering if anyone's spoken to Michael Bisping since the announcement of the UFC Liverpool card. Is there any, I guess, desire to have him on there with Darren Till?
Yeah, I mean, that'd be kind of nice, in my opinion. I mean, so I haven't spoken to Bisping. I'm not sure if anyone has. I assume, Dana and maybe Sean Shelby has. I think with Bisping, listen, he's pioneer of the sport in this country, a fantastic champion. He's a guy that kind of deserves to go out on his own terms. I think he's probably got maybe he's got a short list of people that he wants to compete against. There's been a lot of talk about Rockhold, a lot of talk about Weidman. I don't really know. It seems like there's probably a few options for him in the next 6 months. Whether he's on Liverpool or not, I think it'll be a good celebration of his career.
Do you know when we know about any of the other fights that are going to be on the UFC Liverpool card? Can we expect some more announcements very soon? I
don't right now. I think we've got a few slated. I think if you think about what happens when there's certain people that don't necessarily don't make weight, or if there's a medical issue of some kind, typically we try to slate those or slot those fights in at some point very soon. So we'll likely have a good mix of local stars. Local heroes and some global stars to help us out. But yeah, I mean, at some point soon. I think this has all happened in the last 4 or 5 days, so we don't have anything concrete to explain right now.
Yeah, just to follow up on that, Nad Narimani was brought in very late for this card, and unfortunately, about an hour before Fight Night, his fight got pulled. Can we expect Nad to get another opportunity? Is that going to happen?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. We'll take care of him financially, and he'll get a shot at another bout at some point very soon.
Dude, I was actually just going to touch on that, kind of an odd situation with the bout, called off. Can you give us an update on Nasrat and kind of what happened, what the decision was made there, and also if you can share what financial decisions were made for both fighters?
Yep. So on the financial part, not disclosing what we're doing, but we're definitely taking care of them. And I think, I talked to Shelby earlier, and he's trying to get them in as soon as possible. They've obviously gone through a lot, preparing for tonight, with their families and their camps and all the training. So we want to make sure that they get in as soon as possible. Medical issue, I think, between our medical teams, Chef Nowitzki, a variety of people that we have on staff, we want to make sure our fighters are obviously healthy and ready to go. And there was a situation where, we just deemed him to be unfit to compete, and that's why it was called off last minute.